The thrilling village volleyball showdown. Dust, sweat, and glory. Under the blazing afternoon sun, the small village of Sukamaju buzzed with excitement. A makeshift volleyball court, nothing more than a patch of flattened earth with a frayed net tied between two bamboo poles, had become the center of attention. Today was the day of the annual Tarkam, Antar Kampung, volleyball tournament, where the best young players from the village would battle for pride, bragging rights, and a modest prize, a crate of cold sodas and braised peanuts from Grandma City's stall. Villagers gathered around the court, their laughter and shouts melding into a symphony of joy. Children darted between adults, clutching brightly colored plastic cups filled with sweet tea and occasionally spilling some as they cheered for their favorite teams. The air was crisp with anticipation, the scent of fried tempeh wafting from nearby food stalls, mingling with the more pungent aroma of the sweat-soaked earth. On one side of the court, Team Mera, dressed in matching red jerseys emblazoned with their names, stood tall and confident. Their captain, Andy, was a local hero known for his powerful serves and tactical smarts. Today, he seemed especially determined, his eyes shining with the fire of competition. On the other side, Team Bairu, a mix of seasoned players and enthusiastic newcomers, scrambled to find their footing. Dita, the sole female player from the team, stood out with her animated gestures and bright smile, rallying her teammates with encouraging chants. The tournament kicked off with a loud cheer, the volleyball soaring into the air as the referee, an elder with a sun-weathered face and a thoughtful demeanor, blew his whistle. The first match was a nail-biter, with both teams showcasing incredible athleticism. The sound of balls hitting ground, players diving for saves, and the crowd's roars created an exhilarating atmosphere. Grandma City, with her apron dusted with flour from her cooking, joined the cheering, her eyes twinkling with pride for the village's youth. As the sun began its slow descent, casting a golden glow over the court, the matches intensified. Each game brought its own drama, with close calls that left spectators on the edge of their seats. Team Mera edged out Team Bairu in a thrilling match, but the latter quickly regrouped, moving on to eliminate other teams, fueled by a collective determination not to be overshadowed. With the final match looming, a highly anticipated showdown between Team Mera and Team Cunning, tension hung in the air. Faces in the crowd were painted with uncertainty, each villager hoping for a victory from their favorite team. The players, soaked in sweat and determination, exchanged nods of respect, understanding the unspoken bond forged through competition. In the closing moments of the final match, the score teetered at 24-23 in favor of Team Mera. Andy served the ball with all his might, sending it soaring over the net. Dita leaped from the backcourt, perfectly timing a powerful spike that soared above and down toward the ground, a strike that echoed triumphantly over the crowd. As the ball hit the ground, cheers erupted, the match was won. Team Cunning wrapped around Dita, lifting her high in the air amidst their joyous shouts. In that moment, the spirit of camaraderie overshadowed competition, with players from both teams mingling, laughing, and sharing stories. True to tradition, the final moment was one centered around unity and mutual respect, a celebration of their shared love for the game. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the village in soft twilight, the villagers gathered around Grandma City's stall to share the spoils of the day, cold sodas and braised peanuts that melted away the heat of the day and ignited a closer bond among them. The volleyball tournament wasn't just a game, it was a vibrant tapestry of community, culture, and spirited competition that would be etched in their memories until the next year's tournament, where the excitement would surely return to the heart of Sukamaju. The rival teams. Two teams stood as favorites. The Red Hawks, led by Booty, a quick-thinking setter with a deadly jump serve. Their libero, Slamet, was known for his fearless dives, often emerging from the dust with a triumphant grin. The White Eagles, spearheaded by Rudy, a towering spiker whose powerful smashes could shake even the calmest defenders. His teammate, Wawan, was a crafty player with deceptive drop shots. The rivalry between the two teams was legendary. Last year, the White Eagles had won in a nail-biting third set. This year, the Red Hawks were hungry for revenge. The match begins. By 3 p.m., the entire village had gathered around the court. Kids sat cross-legged at the front, vendors sold snacks, and even the elderly watched from wooden benches under the shade of a banyan tree. The village head, Mr. Superman, acted as referee, blowing an old whistle that had seen better days. First set, a fierce start. The White Eagles took an early lead. Rudy's spikes were unstoppable, and the Red Hawks struggled to organize their defense. 25-21. The first set went to the White Eagles. Second set, the comeback. Booty rallied his team. We're letting them play their game. Block Rudy, control the net, he shouted. Slamet's incredible saves kept the Red Hawks alive, and Booty's clever tips caught the White Eagles off guard. The crowd roared as the Red Hawks snatched the set 25-23. The deciding set, heart-stopping moments. The third set was pure chaos. Dives, saves, and rallies that seemed endless. Dust flew as players scrambled for every point. At 24-24, the tension was unbearable. Rudy prepared for his signature spike. The crowd held its breath. A Slamet dove, thud. He barely got a hand on it, sending the ball high. Booty set it perfectly for Eris, their youngest player, who unleashed a cross-court smash. The ball hit the ground. Poin Mara. Red team's point, screamed Mr. Superman. The Red Hawks erupted in joy, piling onto each other in celebration. The White Eagles, though disappointed, shook hands with their rivals. After the match, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the village celebrated together. The winning team received their sodas and a homemade trophy, a repainted rice cooker pot. Laughter echoed as stories of the match were retold, how Slamet had rolled in the dirt like a fish, how Rudy's spike once sent a chicken running, and how little Eris had become the unexpected hero. Booty, still catching his breath, grinned. Same time next year? Rudy smirked. We'll be ready. And just like that, another chapter was written in Sukomaju's volleyball legacy, where the stakes were low, but the passion burned brighter than the midday sun.